What's up, Aries? How y'all doing, man? Time for your weekly check-in. So I'm going to make this just the end of September because the end of September isn't just 1 week. The last week of September is a half a week. So the last week and a half of September. So we're just going to call it the end of September. So again, it's a weekly check-in. So it's just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you need a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. I have a link in the description. Most people prefer my general personal readings, probably just because they're so cheap, but they're also really efficient, quick, easy. You ain't got to ask me nothing. You ain't got to tell me nothing. If you don't want to, you can, but all you really got to do is click what you want read and let me do the rest. But you can read up about everything else I have to offer on my website. Link is in the description. All right, let me find a deck that'll talk to me. I'm going to start with this one. All right, let's see what the energy's looking like for Aries universe for the end of September, last week and a half. How's it looking for Aries between their situation and the person they're dealing with in the last week and a half of September? Ooh, Hermit reverse. Some of you dealing with a Virgo, possibly. 3 shuffles. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Well, honestly, it does kind of feel like you and this person are coming together and connecting. I think so. But I think there's a little something else going on here. This feels to me like this individual is not having as easy of a time replacing you as they thought they would. They're not having near the success in their love life as they thought they would. So I think they're going to try to see if they can reconnect with you. You know, sadly, most of the time when a past person comes back, that's the reason. I know it may not be a past person for all of you, but I'm getting really heavy past energy in here. I try to throw a blanket over as many different kinds of situations as I can. This does have a lot of past energy in it, though. Take it however it resonates, but I really feel like whether this is a past person or not, this individual doesn't really have any other options. And I think you're kind of starting to see that. It's like you're starting to kind of see through their little facade. You're starting to feel like you're just a last option to them, you know? And somehow that's just making something click in your mind where it's like, you know what? I'm good. Or the way they say up there in New England, I'm all set. I'm all set on that. I'm good. That's what this is feeling like. Because where'd it go? I just saw it. I know I just had the Queen of Cups reversed. This is a new deck. Where'd it go? I just had it. Well, we do got the Queen. Oh, there it is. There it is. Queen of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands upright. But, man, see, there's a lot of really heavy past energy in here. Really heavy. But, yeah, this may be something that you choose to let go of randomly, even if you weren't planning on it. Let's see if we can dig up their feelings, energies, and intentions a little bit deeper. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Ooh, 10 of Wands, boy. Yeah, see, 3 of Cups. There is somebody else involved somehow, some way. I think they, okay, so I don't want to get too specific, but for example, let's say that you got left for someone else, or just whoever they met after you, just as an example, didn't really work out nearly as successfully as they thought it would, especially those of you who were left for someone else, when you're dealing with somebody that is just so ungrateful. They're so fucking entitled and just spoiled and just a real piece of shit. And you're treating them really good. And somewhere in their little made up delusional mind, they think they're going to go find someone better than you. Where it's like, do you know what you have right here? That delusional fairy tale person that you have in your mind doesn't exist out there. You know that, right? Okay, go find him then. And they think they're going to. And they get slapped in the face with reality real fucking quick. You ever been in that? That's what this feels like. I've been there a couple of times. And then usually at that point, when you see, you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, this individual is still playing the victim anyways, though. So that's where it gets really messy. Because there's somebody else involved. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. Definitely somebody else involved. They thought they were going to replace you. They realized that wasn't possible. So they want to reconnect with you, but they're still playing the victim with you. How much sense that make? None. That's what creates these nasty, toxic on and off cycles. By the way, no, this is absolutely not somebody you can trust. Not at all. I don't think you ever could. But you bet your damn skippy ass if whoever else they're dealing with or interested in or whatever was to hit them up and say, come back, this person would, they'd ghost you in a heartbeat. 3 threes. Definitely a third party involved. Let's just grab the advice, I guess. I don't really need a tarot card to tell you where this outcome would go. Now, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist. You ain't even got to be a goddamn birdcage scientist to figure out where that's going to go. So let's get the advice. Well, unless you want to avoid this happening again, let the tower burn to the ground. All right? And I already know that a few of you are dealing with a situation where this has already happened 3 or 4 times, hasn't it? I know this isn't all of you, so I'm talking to a select group of you. This has already happened 3 or 4 times, hasn't it? Lightning hits the tower, so you rush in, extinguish the flames, start cleaning up, trying to remodel, paint the walls, replace the furniture. Bam! Lightning hits the tower again, so you extinguish the flames again, you run in. Bow! Lightning hits and then just, now, don't extinguish the flames. Let the tower burn. Let it burn to the ground. And then clean up the mess. And then cross the next bridge when you get to it. That's all I'm going to say. What that means, the metaphor I'm using, is go through the healing process. Make that your number one priority. And then once you've done enough of that, then ask yourself if you're interested in revisiting this. I'm not saying to get too hung up on what that outcome would be, but I can tell you that just based on the way energy behaves, the likelihood that you're going to want to revisit something after you begin healing from it is slim. The more you heal, but see, this is the paradox to it. If you did want to successfully reconcile, you would have to heal first, because the primary law is the law of vibration. All right? So if you bring the same vibration back to the connection, it's going to loop around and manifest the same outcome. So if you wanted to successfully reconcile, you would have to do some healing. The paradox is the more healing you do, the less interested you are in revisiting the past. That's the paradox. So don't get too hung up on what you're going to do once you've done your healing. Don't get too hung up on that. Just make that your number one priority and cross the next bridge when you get to it. About a 90% chance that other doors of opportunity are going to open and you're going to want to leave that behind. But don't worry about it. Maybe not. Maybe some of you will say, okay, let's see if we can give this another try. All right. What should I read? Let's see. What did I do last week? Your love interest. I guess let's see what's coming in for the single. Let me grab this real quick. Natsy8888. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see what's coming in for the singles. How's the energy looking for the singles in the end of September? Let's see. We're moving into Libra season now, aren't we? Wow, okay. It's the start of a new cycle. The start of a new cycle. Cardinal energy. Start of a new season. Every time we enter into a cardinal sign, that's the beginning of a new cycle. All right, let's see how the energy's looking for the singles. Uh-oh, Queen of Swords reversed. Uh-oh. Ooh, yeah, I see you communicating with and connecting with somebody that kind of gets on your damn nerves a little bit. This might, I'm not really going to say start quick, end quick, but I will say start quick and then start getting annoying really quick. I don't know what it is. It's not even telling me what. Well, actually, there we go. Probably that. And maybe some of that. That right there is enough to make anybody want to pull their fucking hair out, you know. Very low self-confidence, little to no self-esteem, very immature and inconsistent, you know. A lot of confusion here, too. This person's probably going to be confusing as fuck. With the King of Wands in the upright, Knight of Wands in the reverse. These are two polar fucking opposite energies right here. Could be a fellow Aries for some of you. I also have Leo and Aquarius. Yeah, but man, tension building with the quickness. And I don't think it's going to take too long before this person's just irritating the ever-loving fuck out of you. That's what this is saying, at least. Well, let's dig up them feelings and intentions a little bit deeper. Dig them up, man. Dig them up. Let's see what deck do I want to use. How about this one? This one is slowly becoming my favorite deck. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? They're very impatient. Very imbalanced. Could be a Sagittarius for some of you. Yup. What comes through every time I read a new connection or potential new connection? What comes through like fucking clockwork? The past. This is a classic case. Classic case of I just got my heart broke and I need a relationship as fast as possible. I don't care with whom. Makes no difference to me. I just need to be with a faceless, nameless somebody as quick as possible. I don't want to sit with myself. I don't want to sit with this heartbreak. And I want that person to see me moving on. Who wants to fill the role of the person that'll make my ex jealous? Any takers? Any takers want to come waste your time just making my ex jealous? That's what this looks like. And we got the King of Wands reverse there, so I don't really think that they are as serious as they kind of act like sometimes. Yeah, okay. We got a little bit of time here. Do we need an outcome on that? Do we need an outcome? Let's just go to the advice. Let's grab the advice. What's the advice for Aries? Uh-oh, karmic wheel reversed. Be careful before you fuck around and create some karma that don't need to be there. This is a prime example. Well, this is one of the many reasons why you want to take things slow. And I don't want to just say a bunch of cliche ass shit. So I'm struggling with that though. I can't think of very many things to say here that aren't cliche as fuck, you know? Don't rush into anything. Don't be afraid to take things slow. Don't be afraid to walk away from something that doesn't feel right. But so Knight of Wands reversed again. You see, when you got somebody that's really, really impatient and mixed with somebody who's getting really fucking irritated and annoyed, that's almost a recipe for disaster. So if you can manage to voice and express your concerns, once they start acting all inconsistent, hot and cold, on and off, in and out, acting one way one day, another way another day. Once you start noticing that and you express your concerns, what you want to try to do is remain as neutral and balanced as possible, right? You have to go into this willing to be okay with a worst case scenario. So I'm going to tell you, like a calm, cool, respectable adult, very matter of fact. I'm not going to come at you aggressive. I'm not going to come at you all nasty and angry and bitchy and shitty. I'm going to come at you very calm and matter of fact and let you know what I have concerns with. And I'll give you a chance, and I'm going to sit back and watch and see if you care enough to try to alleviate my concerns. If you don't, I'll mention it again. And I might give you another little chance to see if you care enough to... I'm not saying you're supposed to flip a switch and turn into the person I think you should be overnight. But I'm going to see if you care to at least, at minimum, explain yourself. At minimum. Like maybe I'm seeing things the wrong way. Can you break that down and explain it to me? Maybe I'm taking things the wrong way. Or do you at least care enough about how I feel to at least explain that to me? If not, if you just brush it off, let it go in one ear and out the other, and especially if you try to shame me for it, and you try to make me feel stupid for it, fuck you. Block. I'm not gonna cuss you out. I'm not gonna call you a bunch of names. That ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't gonna fix nothing. All that does is create karma. That's all it does. I'm gonna poof. All right, later. Later. You know, I done told you, man. I don't owe you any more of an explanation. I've already told you. Now, I'm not putting up with that inconsistent shit. I'm not doing that. No. You can communicate like a grown adult. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to bitch at you. I'm just going to poof, block you, and step away. That's how I would recommend handling this. Because like I've said, I know how frustrating it can be. I know how annoying and irritating it can be. But all that bitching and complaining and yelling, and that doesn't do nothing but create karma. That's all it does. That's all it does. Might make you feel good for the short term, but it's going to create a karmic tie. It's going to lower your vibration and ultimately just fuck up the rest of your energetic pathway moving forward. That's all it's going to do. That's all it's going to do. A year from now, this situation is going to be a fart in the fucking wind. But if you created a bunch of karma a year ago, even if it's a fart in the wind, you're still holding this heavy energetic karmic tie. You're going to be miles away from where you could have been if you would have just stepped away from that nasty, shitty energy. This is about energetic awareness and intelligence. This is about understanding how energy behaves. This is about choosing wisely which energetic pathway you're going to take. Hey, if you like the drama and you don't mind the karmic tie, cool, do what you do. A lot of beings, believe it or not, love that shit. And hey, no judgment from me if you enjoy that. If you enjoy drama and arguments and fights and bitching and complaining, if you like that, hey, cool. You go do what makes you feel happy. But if you're tired of that shit, and if you want a smooth, clean, energetic pathway, and you want to start experiencing abundance and blessings, and you want to start making your way into a lifestyle of peace, tranquility, and happiness, don't be fucking around with that kind of energy. See what I'm saying? It'll put you one step closer to attracting your divine life partner, at minimum, at best. See, the manifestation, here's the thing, the manifestation is just the cherry on top. The person you become and the world that you create, the personal reality that you create, blows everything else out of the water. Okay? All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all